Welcome to the Overthinkers Club. For today's meeting, we're going to talk about that great comic strip, Calvin and Hobbes, by Bill Watterson. Calvin and Hobbes was around from, let's see, I think it was 1985 to 1996. Of course, I need to do some checking. Anyway, that strip has a lot to think about. The comic strip is about a boy named Calvin, a sub-tiger named Hobbes, who appears real around him. Of course, what I can't figure out is he imaginary? Like, is he only real? Does he only become real because Calvin imagines him to be real, or does the sub-tiger toy actually become lifelike to Calvin when no one else is around? I mean, it's so confusing. Like, yeah, there are times where he's clearly seen as a sub-toy by the others. Like, there's one strip where Calvin takes several pieces of Hobbes doing a lot of poses. He's shown to his father, who only sees the doll. His dad gets upset that all pieces of Hobbes all look the same. Then those were times, a lot of time when Hobbes decides to do Calvin's homework for him, and apparently he really did do it. So, one of those things to really wonder about. I mean, like, he really did do Calvin's homework, and Calvin got an A for it. And speaking of that, what about Calvin's imaginations? Like there's a lot of fantasies that clearly are fantasies. Like, the person might be there doing some imaginations and see what's really happening, or could be. There's all the times when characters are able to interact with certain imaginations without even realizing that that's anything unusual. Like, for example, there's one series of comic strips where Calvin transforms into a tiger. When his parents see him, they only see Calvin as Calvin, just play along. So it's just him imagining. But then there's also like the time Calvin decided to duplicate himself and made several duplicates. His parents clearly saw the duplicates and interacted with them, even though the parents didn't see them all at once. They all decided to take shifts and go to school at different times, which apparently really happened. There's all the time when Calvin duplicated his good side, so he had a clone that could only do good, and everyone else saw that one, and he saw us being suspicious of his nice behavior. So guess it is real. And there's the first Calvin and Hobbes comic strip, where Calvin tells his dad he's kissing a tiger. Neither Calvin or Hobbes are referred to by name, so people don't know who's who. And Hobbes only in the last panel as a punchline, so for first-time readers, when it debuted, for all they know, Calvin could be the father, or Hobbes could be either Calvin or the father. Yeah, what's the deal with Calvin's parents not having names? Like, the creator Bill Watterson said in the 10th anniversary book that they don't have names because they're only important as Calvin's parents. But I think they're a lot more than Calvin's parents. They're really interesting, funny characters, and just because they're not really supposed to be important doesn't mean they can't have names. I mean, why couldn't Calvin have had a last name? Otherwise, his parents could at least be called Mr. and Mrs., whatever the last name would be. But no, they had to be completely nameless and be called Dad and Mom. Then there's the noodle incident. Something that's intentionally vague. Something that happened at Calvin's school involving noodles, and Calvin was apparently blamed for it. But nobody knows that Calvin really did it. And Calvin claimed he was framed. Of course, we don't know for sure if he did. It's up to us if he did or not. It's really speak up to us on what all the details are. But I think Calvin really was framed, because he denies it to Hobbes. But why would Calvin need to lie to Hobbes about something like that? I mean, is Hobbes going to tell anyone else who could punish him or whatever? I mean, we don't know if Hobbes is imaginary or if he really does transform into a bigger tiger who can talk. But either way, he's not going to tell anyone, so Calvin doesn't need to keep secrets from Hobbes like that. And finally, there's the fact that creator Bill Watterson refused to allow officially licensed Calvin and Hobbes merchandise, aside from books and a handful of early items. In the 10th anniversary book, he said that if a strip gets a lot of merchandising and licensing deals, people can get tired of them. And he points out that a lot of times humor is done to make a serious point, but you can't expect to be taken seriously if you're putting boxer shorts. Like, Okay, if you're reading a comic strip or watching a movie or TV show, see something funny and they're making a serious point or whatever, do you really think about the merchandise? Like, do you really think about the boxer shorts that are out there? I certainly don't. If I were really the integrity of the comic strip or feel like make the point be marketable instead of funny and creative. But of course, Calvin Hobbes ended his run in 1996. After all these years, could Brewers allow some official websites now? I mean, it's not a continuous production. It's not like it would ruin anything. Well, that's the overthink stuff for today. Calvin Hobbes was a great strip that was only on for about 11 years. Meaning